Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
Yeah, let's get there. Let's get there. I need to talk about that. So you're saying you don't
No,
agree that it's better than the
no,
Carter 6? Why is that?
no. I'm not saying. Oh, I'm not talking about that album. I said it's not real. That's album. I think the album he did before that is the best one he done did.
Hold
What
on.
was that
So
album?
The Service Never Came album.
The Solution Never came out back in like 2018, bro.
18
Like,
struggle should have never
like
came was
he,
one of his craziest.
bro, he came out with Love Yourself in
So
2019. Then he followed that with Flying at Night. Then he did like a couple EPs.
Yeah.
Like you are so behind,
I
bro.
no,
I feel that respect you.
no. I'm saying to me that's his best album.
No, bro.
No, are you saying that that's the best one he got so far? You talking about?
And I said
You
yeah.
saying the struggle should have never came is the best project he put out?
Down there, yeah. Other than the
I
people on
almost agree
project.
with that. That struggle should have never came was tough, bro. It's
If
hard to
you're
beat.
talking from a if you're talking from a bar heavy standpoint of for, like 'cause that was a mistake, bro. It's not an album, but it was a mistake. If you're talking from a bar
He
heavy
said it was
type
an
of
album.
project, hold on. If you're talking about from a bar heavy type of project, then I'm in agreement with you. However, what I loved about Pharrell, the album, was to me it felt like an album, a cohesive body of work where Pharrell was very open and very vulnerable. And that record he got with BZ, who can BZ trust? Arguably
Hey,
one of the
yo,
best.
that record is
Listen,
crazy.
bro, one of the freaking best cuts on the whole entire project, bro. Like from a
Yeah,
top to bottom,
that was an
bro.
emotional cut. That was an emotional cut for
Come
sure.
on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
listen. And when was the last time you actually heard an album where you're like, bro, I felt that. Oh, this made me, you know what I'm saying? This one for me. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like when Beats told me it was a classic, I was like, okay, we gonna see. But when I listened to it, bro, I was like, yo, Beats
That
might
was
be
tough.
right.
That John
Because
was tough, bro.
not only did the production complement each other as it went track by track, Rail was talking. Like he was talking that way. Like anytime an artist comes out with an album that's like, okay, what's the theme of this album? They try to focus on a certain like idea. Rail didn't really come in with no theme, but yet at the same time, I got the theme of what his album was all about. This was Rail letting it be known, like, for one, I'm not necessarily a Christian rapper. I'm a rapper that is a Christian. And I'm going to give you a complete body of work for the time that I was in as far as my season. And if you don't know Rail, like me and Beezy know Rail, we know Rail to the point where we're like, yeah, okay, we know Rail, right? But you listen to the album, you're like, Rail is showing us Rail, but he's giving us another side of Rail that he had opened up to me and Beezy before. That's what that album to me is fire. Like, and to me, I love albums that are very thematic and very therapeutic. And to me, that album is very therapeutic. There's songs on that album that I'm like, bro, I can listen to this and play this because it helps me with my whether it's my mental health or my spiritual health. So that's how I love it. That's why I love it so much. For me.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand everything you're saying, and I get everything you're saying. But nothing taught me the service never came to the first.
What was that? Okay, you just now listen to
I
the
gotta
album.
go back. I gotta go back and listen to that struggle should have
You
never
just now
came.
listen to the
That
album.
struggle should have never came was crazy.
Yeah.
No, it was hard. Don't get it. That was our first like me and like
I'm
our
trying to
whole
think. I think I'm on that. I'm trying to see.
yeah, you
I think
were.
I'm on
Yeah,
that.
you were. He was on what was in that record? Oh shoot, this is one of my favorite records too. The beat goes hard. I think John produced it too, didn't he? Yeah, I think he produced it. I forget his name of the song. Oh my gosh. I forget, but you came in crazy. You was talking about
Oh, Truck or Shoulda Never Came. Come out 2019.
yeah, that was 2018. That's crazy.
I don't get no sleep. I'm on that.
That's what, yeah, that record. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't drink
That was
no
hard.
coffee. He was
That
like,
was hard.
what?
Bro, that was hard, bro.
Yeah,
That
that
was
joint
hard.
crazy.
I remember, matter of fact, I think when Drama was teasing that release, that record was being played in like what was it? Like in some like promotion deal that he was doing. And so when I
Yeah,
heard it, I was like, yo, this is hard. I gotta listen to it. Okay, I'm listening to the project. And I listened to the project and I'm going, bro, Rail Riley, bro, how come nobody has never heard this dude for real? I said, how come nobody's ever heard of him? Bro, I'm dead serious. Like we already had heard Acronati up until that point, but we didn't listen to Bob Ray Rail. Larry used to bump Arms like crazy. Like our record was Arms. We love Arms. Let me see.
I thought real projects crazy.
You said what?
Uh, I wouldn't suggest it. Nah. Yeah, they get all types of cars. They don't even know what be wrong with the cars.
oh man.
You better not go into a lot and get another car.
Yeah, they be selling them,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and don't know what's wrong with them.
yeah.
No, BZ,
Oh
I'm trying
man.
to tell you, bro. That album was fire, bro. Like when you said it was a classic, I was like,
It was a
I
classic.
don't know.
The reason why it was a
But when
classic to me, it
but
was a
when
classic to me because of
no,
what
I'm
Rail was
agreeing with
going
you,
through
bro.
at the time when he wrote it. That's why I was like, it's a classic.
Because to albums like Rails to Rail album give that classic feel, right? Like it's replayable, it's memorable, it's sonically good. Even if you don't necessarily maybe agree with the way he raps or the way he probably sounds, the way he do as far as choices, I love that Rail was able to say, "I'm gonna just do me, and fully do me, be me, silly me, all that, serious me, whatever. I'm gonna bring all of that into this one body of work and showcase who I am." And I felt like don't get me wrong, like all his other projects were dope. Like Rail was spastic, he was bar heavy for one. I even love Yourself. Love Yourself is one of my favorite albums by him. But it's something about Terrell that feels like Rail is kind of like finally arrived at a destination in his life that's being reflected in this project. And he's finally arrived in a sense. I feel like he's finally getting his just due. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why I look at this project like don't get it twisted. Like you too. I'm not gonna speak on you, busy bro. Like when it came to that the mixtape you done dropped this year, like bro, come on, like let's talk about it, bro. Like
It was crazy.
Shut up now, listen. Like I love that. I love the Benjamin Franklin.
The Benjamin Franklin's classic work, top to bottom.
Come on, bro. Come on, let's talk
Classic
about
work.
it, bro. Like you got some joints, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got something cooking up too. Hopefully, when I'm able to get available studio time, make sure I have my money up and things like that. I'm gonna put out a body work of my own. But that's why I care so much about this stuff, and I'm so passionate about music, bro. So like when I listen to his music, I'm like, bro, this gives me a J. Cole feel, a Kendrick Lamar feel, maybe a Nas feel. You know, I love it. Go ahead.
Now, you know me and Visa gonna tell you this. Before you think about talking about tape, why don't you sing this first?
No, I know. But I'm just no. I know. But what I was saying was I can't wait to get in the studio myself and drop a project is what I'm trying to get at. That would be like something that I could go back and go, okay, this is where I was at. I love it, boom, boom, and I had to put it out. Now I'm not saying I won't drop no singles. I'm just saying like putting together a body of work and releasing it feels good, and you're able to give the world essentially like your your blood, sweat, and tears, and all these tracks that you done worked through and created and put out, and then everybody can listen to it and enjoy it. So you know
Whatever.
what? I actually got about that tape. It's part of like the singles that you done drop.
That's good enough to come down to you have to put money on some other and everything and make it come on and all good stuff.
What you say?
I said that's good. It's all good. It's come down to you have to promote it. You can pay for the cover arts, pay for the beats, and pay for the distribution.
So real. Okay, I have something real. Not real. That's not real. Okay, so I'm in understanding of that. What I'm telling BZ at the end of the day is, in spite of like, okay, I understand the business aspect of it and what I gotta do as far as pay my dues and things like that. I get that, but I'm just saying it does feel good to have a project out for your so that and you can put a lot of your heart and soul into it. Is what I'm trying to do.
Speaking of music, you decided on a platform you want to release your music to?
Did I decide on what?
No, I'm talking to sorry. Have
Oh,
you decided on the distribution? Would you going to release your music to?
You have to be or me.
he ain't asking me. My
No,
stuff already I'm already out.
these are the guys.
What are you asking? I'm confused. Larry, on the real shit, bro, you sound like you're talking underwater, bro. Like, like it sounds so muffled, and it's hard for me to hear what you're trying to say clearly, bro. I'm trying to be funny.
Who's talking for you?
What are you saying?
I don't know. I can't hear him.
No, tell Josiah what I was trying to say to him.
Okay, now you
No,
sound better.
I couldn't hear what you said. I think it was a distribution. I think you was trying to find out what distribution platform you're gonna use, Josiah, when you start releasing your music.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
What distribution platform am I going to use?
Yeah, like is you using TuneCore, United Masters, DistroKid, all that stuff? Because there's a lot of them out there.
Oh, I haven't really put that into much thought quite yet. Good question though. But I haven't put much thought.
You need to start doing it now before you get back to the studio.
Okay.
Is that something you want to handle? You don't want to handle it at the last minute? Because then you'll be sitting on your music. You want to have your distribution and stuff all handled. So that way, anything you want to worry about is paying your beats and your cover arts and uploading that stuff. And you're all set.
Listen.
No. So make sure you decide on them. And make sure you do your research on them. Because a lot of these distribution sites, they will try to scam you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I get that.
They're gonna sound like a big deal until you get it, until they get you to sign up and spend your money with them. And then you start finding out everything at the last minute. So you gotta make sure you do your research on them, on each one before you.
Yeah, because I had
DistroKid.
DistroKid before. I had Lander before, and I got United Masters. So far, United Masters just treat me better than all of them right now. But I mean, but it's higher. It's higher in price. I think I want to do TuneCore with Papoose. I might do that next year.
TuneCore. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Tune. I might do
I'm
TuneCore.
thinking about leaving. I'm not gonna leave this kid. Man,
Yeah, I got a lot of music on DistroKid. They trying to take my music off because I ain't renew my joint. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They
they
kind of
keep
cornered
saying,
with that.
they keep sending emails about that. Your music is
Yeah,
at risk of being deleted.
yeah,
All
they
right, go
on
ahead and
trash.
delete it.
They be ready
I'm
to
just
delete.
going.
They be ready to delete
Yeah,
cats ASAP, bro.
go ahead and delete it. I'm just gonna re-upload it.
Them cats is crazy.
Like, come on, you basically just give me a good reason to re-upload my music and make it look new. So everybody that's losing is y'all, because y'all ain't getting no money and you're deleting my stuff for nothing.
Hmm. We get into wrestling talk. If y'all want to do it, like maybe like after this video or something. Then
Yeah,
we'll talk about music.
hold on. Start it over.
Okay.
I did watch Raw yesterday. Hold on,
Me too.
Yeah, the intro.
hold on. Dang, that do
All
the
right, you
intro.
guys. We are back with the WWE talk. We are going to recap Monday Night Raw. Do you know where they were live at? Oh, actually,
They was in
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, yeah, I forgot.
and
Yep,
they shot SmackDown and Raw at the same time.
yeah. So I'm not gonna get into spoilers about SmackDown. We'll watch SmackDown, so we won't give out the spoilers. If you out there on YouTube doing any spoilers, I'm not trying to watch none of that, hear none of it. I want to wait till I get towards the overall show and see it for myself. So SmackDown typically will probably come out a little bit early this coming Friday, just like how Raw came out early today. I mean, yesterday. Because Raw came out on 6 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock the usual. So, which ended around, I think, maybe around 8:30ish, if I'm not mistaken, Beasley.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're doing that, being very flexible with their time. So that was cool. But yeah, bro, we had Monday Night Raw. Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley came out to open up the show. Yeah, got a big pop as usual. She's talking in front of the crowd, but before she can continue, Io Sky comes out, basically challenges Rhea Ripley to a match because she said she wants to face the best. They're going to battle. They're going to battle each other at Evolution for the Women's World Championship. I love it. Let's go. Easy, your thoughts about that?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of Rhea Ripley fighting Io Sky. I don't want to see that match no more. They done fought
Fair
like
enough.
40 times already. They done fought 40 times. Like I mean, it's always a good match because Io Sky she dope and Rhea is Rhea, of course. But it's just like,
Absolutely.
bro, like if we're gonna talk about the men's division and everybody talking about fighting the same people all the time, let's not forget about these cats that just got everybody fighting the same people. Like, didn't Io Sky just fight Rhea last month?
They didn't fight. They haven't fought since they were at match together, but they haven't fought each other since WrestleMania.
That was the last time they fought?
Yep, since WrestleMania, the 3-way.
No
No,
Raws, no SmackDowns. Nah, you sure?
They fought.
No, they fought before
after,
Raw. They fought before WrestleMania, but they didn't fight. They didn't fight. They didn't have a match against one another, bro. Like after WrestleMania was over with.
Really?
Yeah, I've been watching
You
Raw
sure?
like every week. Yes, I'm very sure. They because Io was doing those matches with she had matches with Stephanie Vaquera from NXT, and that's when they brought in Julian and Roxanne Perez to attack Io, and then Io kind of went away for a little bit, and then Rhea was doing her thing, but then she kind of went away for a little bit, and then they brought her and Io the last time they wrestled against one another. They wrestled with each other was in a tag match together against Julia and Roxanne Perez. That was last time they teamed up together to wrestle each other in the match. Well, not wrestle each other in the match, but you get my point, right? So like they wrestled together in that match. That was the last active match that they had competed in until what was being said for Raw this past Monday. So yeah, they've only wrestled against one another since the three-way joint at WrestleMania. Yeah. And the reason why I know this is because I've been keeping track with Raw. I watch it like almost religiously every single Monday, so that's why like I know. Like, so I'm not trying to do that to be funny. I just watch it all the time. So yeah, bro. They've only wrestled since three-way joint, and yeah. But I get it though. I mean, they wrestled probably a lot more than they did on NXT roster than they did on the main roster. To be honest with you, BZ. So I kind of see your point because they have wrestled a lot. I think the reason they're trying to get into this match is because they're going with that thread of like, well, Rhea's never beaten Io Sky one-on-one. So like she hopefully come Evolution, she finally does beat Io Sky one-on-one, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm definitely going with Rhea for sure over Rio. But no disrespect towards Io. Io is talented, gorgeous, fine, you name it. But my point is, if they're going with that thread, Rio has to capitalize and beat her for that belt.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, bro. That's the thread they're going with. The next match, which I thought was a dope match and a shock I did not see coming, was the New Day versus Judgment Day for
I did not like that at all.
match. You didn't like the match, or you didn't like the
I didn't like the end result.
Okay.
Because Austin Creed, he went on Instagram. I don't know if y'all seen his story or his post that he put, but he's pretty much telling the truth. He said y'all just took the titles away from people who actually push the titles, and now the titles is about to be back to no longer not being acknowledged, not being paid attention to, back in the back seat in the back burner. And I believe it, because the Judgment Day, like they had the titles the last time, they weren't putting them up.
They weren't. They were not. They were. The New Day weren't doing it either, though. To keep it real with you, they weren't.
The New Day was made. The New Day was all over social media, even if they wasn't on the match. It's the whole body of work. Judgment Day wasn't doing none of that.
This is very, very true. Yeah, you're not lying with that one. That is very true. That's very true. I think my other issue is with the Raw tag team division. It feels like SmackDown was giving so much so much when it comes to their tag team division. Like you got the Fraxium, you got Street Profits. We're remembering them, the DIY, the Mercy Machine Guns. They just now created a tag team, I think, with Andrade and Ray Phoenix, which I thought their match was dope on SmackDown against DIY. They got the Los Garza. So they got so many. Oh, and then Craig Daly too. But I think one of the guys from the tag team is actually hurt. He's out injured right now. But yeah, they got that out there and it's still active. The YS6 also, that's another thing. The YS6 too. So it's like with Raw tag team, like who do we got for real? You got New Day, Judgment Day, Alpha Academy. Let me see. The Creed brothers from the American Made joint. Yeah, that's about it. Like for real, like they don't really. And then I think LWO to an extent, but it's still like you're not. Oh yeah, and the Viking Raiders too. Sorry, the War Raiders. They're going back to the War Raiders. Great. But you don't care about the belts though. Because they're not putting too much emphasis about the belts, so you don't care about the belts. That's just what it is. But I thought the match was dope. I thought
they need to bring Penta and his brother together as a tag team to really jumpstart the division.
I completely agree with that.
And you can have Tom Tonga come back in a month or so. And him and his brother jump back in the tag division too. That'll boost things again too.
But seeing that they wanted it with Donna Mysterio being champion and the tag team, the women's championship being with Raquel and Roxanne now, it made sense for why they're going with them. Carrying the tag team division forward. I wish the New Day had a longer run. And I wish the New Day perhaps may have had a payoff with the Big E storyline, but of course we know Big E has not been medically cleared. We don't know for sure what's going on with his neck, so that couldn't really pay off because that New Day heel turn from last year was fire. But the WWE long term wise did not. That fire went out quickly after about I don't know a month or two.
But that's the
It was hot.
thing. That's
It
the
was hot.
thing. Big E don't gotta wrestle them though. He could have came. He could have came in with. He could have came in as a manager for two rising stars and had them beat the New Day up.
That's true. You in agreement?
Because he
Yeah, I'm in
was gonna
agreement.
try to become a manager for the New Day.
Mm.
Yeah, ain't nothing for him to go get Trick Williams and you know, he can probably get Mark Henry's son too.
Okay.
You know, that'll be putting over two upcoming black wrestlers.
Mm.
Or you can just get Titus O'Neil's son and Mark Henry's son.
Okay. Yeah. The next match that they had, planned for Raw was Sheamus versus Rusev. BZ, did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your in between for it?
Same as some Rusev, right?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Go
man.
ahead.
I heard some of the who was it? It was I was watching it. I was watching it while I was watching it on TV as I was watching it with somebody on YouTube was actually doing like uh, a live reaction stuff like that or whatever. So I was watching it and I was watching that too.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a couple people that was in the comment section that was actually making sense when they said they brought Rusev back for what? I said, man, you got a point. Because when Rusev came back, all he did was beat up them Alpha Academy cats that don't count. Whenever you really if you want heat on Rusev, he got to go and wreck shop against somebody that matter, bro. Him
Mm-hmm.
choking out
They
that
won't
little
let him do
dude
that
on
though.
Alpha Academy, and then bro, that don't matter. Don't nobody care about that, bro. Don't nobody
They
care
won't
about
let him
that.
do that.
You got to come and wreck shop for real. And so far, he has not done that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be mad if they put him with Jay in the feud.
Jay versus Rusev in the feud would be
Years
fire.
out.
I would love that.
They better
I
give
would
him
love to see
the
that.
IC title before the year's out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes. Yeah.
They
Yep.
better get Sheamus the IC title match. The IC title belt before the year's out. If they don't do that, man, WWE's in the world of trouble. 'Cause if I'm Sheamus, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, it's becoming like a tad bit too much for him to like get towards that title over. I'm not gonna lie, it's been running
And
for too long
and
now.
everybody who had the IC title literally can't beat Sheamus for real. So why he ain't? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, come on, bro. Y'all really playing my man's for real. That junk ain't cool.
Yeah. Yep. I get it. I
That's
get
my
it.
thoughts. That's my thoughts.
There was a
I'm not gonna lie
segment
to
with
you.
Chad Gable. Hold on, Larry. There was a segment with Chad Gable. There's three no worry segments. Chad Gable, um, basically is injured. I heard that a report that he's actually like really hurt. He's needs some time to heal an injury. So he's going to go ahead and be off, and they're going to basically like leave him alone. And they ask like, well, will El Grande Americano like be around? And he's kind of like, well, you never know. And basically, you see El Grande Americano come up, and if you pay attention to El Grande Americano's like physique and the way he looks, it very much looked like Ludwig Kaiser for real. So I guess
Yeah, it did look
they're
like Kaiser.
putting
Right when I seen it, I was
um
like, man, is that Kaiser, bro? Like right
yeah
when I seen it, I'm like, man, because I seen him creeping behind. Everybody was like, why is Levi Kaiser behind Chad? And when they were doing that interview, they was like, why is he back there? He over there being sneaky.
right
What's
right
that? I think it's him, bro. That's stupid. They could do so much stuff with Levi Kaiser. Y'all chose to do that. That's bogus as heck, bro. I hate it.
Hey,
I hate that.
I had a big question.
Yeah,
Hold on, don't answer.
Yeah, I
Don't
had a
ask
I
the
big.
get
question.
it
I got a,
though.
Hold on,
I
don't ask the
get it.
question yet. Hold on 1 second. Don't ask the question. Hold on 1 second.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy, Real Riley, host and content creator of the It's Been Real podcast. So, look, you guys can find me, listen to the podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any platform, right? And there are ways that you can support. Number one, if you want to send any amount of donation that you desire to, you can send it on Cash App. We made it simple at $ It's Been Real. That's $ITSBEENRELL. I had to make sure I spelled it right. But look, here's my favorite way for you guys to support, right? Go to my Instagram page and Real Riley, right? That's my name on Instagram. Follow your boy first, because that's just disrespectful if you don't. Follow your boy, like some posts, right? I ain't gonna think that you're weird, but hit the link in my bio. When you do that, you're gonna go to the Rail store. Now, when you go to the Rail store, you're gonna see some phenomenal things, right? Hey, we got some coffee. We got coffee mugs to go with your coffee. We got t-shirts, anything that you can think of, man, just to show your support for the It's Been Real podcast. So once again, I'm Real Riley. Thank you for your time. And follow those instructions, or we not cool. I love you. Have a good one.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. Baby, you showing that's for real to me. And I can't keep it low key. See, everything you do to me is crazy. Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back